Join me as I spotlight the heart of Delaware's entrepreneurial spirit. In each segment, local small business owners share their unique journeys, from the spark of inspiration that launched their venture to the passion that drives them forward. Discover what makes these businesses special, learn about the products and services they offer, and get to know the dedicated entrepreneurs who are building their dreams right here in the first state. These are the stories behind Delaware's thriving small business community. It is the R2RB Small Businesses segment, and tonight my guest is Mich Mallon. She is a Delaware photographer. She also is a Delawarean. Mich Mallon Photo is Delaware's premier online family and business photographer. Michelle is a luxury photographer specializing in and creating elegant, timeless images that reflect your unique personality and brand. With a passion for connection and a keen eye for detail, Michelle delivers exceptional experiences and stunning photographs that you'll treasure for years to come. Hi, Michelle. Welcome to Out of the Attic. How are you?
Oh, thank you for the warm welcome. I am doing pretty well for this Sunday evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's, sometimes I can't believe it's like I'm sitting down and getting ready to do this show that the week is already over. So it's like, wow. And the weather's been crazy.
Always. Always is.
So here we are on a Sunday night, and it's kind of decent because our weather here in Delaware has been quite rainy the last couple of days.
Yes, it has. Yes, it is. My mom always jokes that when people leave town, the weather always looks nicer for us
and
at the end of the weekend.
Oh my gosh, and Delaware has certainly a big influx of people coming in from out of state. I've been here a short time, and just over the years that I've been here, it's just more and more coming to visit, and then some of them stay.
Yes. And that's okay. And that's okay. And I get to take their pictures. So
there
it's
you
wonderful.
Go. I love it. All right. So let's start. Tell us about who you are, where you're from, and what you did, before you started your business.
Yes. So I am a Delaware born and raised Delawarean, as you said. I grew up in Camden, Delaware. Grew roots here from a very early age. Decided that maybe in my 20s I might venture out, but I decided that all in all I wanted to keep my roots here in Delaware. So I moved back around 30. Always had art in my blood ever since I was a little kid.
Oh, wow.
I have a picture of me at the beach drawing, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
In my bathing suit, and I loved it. And I never knew about photography, believe it or not, until about 2010, and I took a trip to Ireland with a friend, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow.
I took that hobby into a profession and really love the art of, pouring myself into others, especially in these moments when people come and vacation and have special occasions. I get to be a part of so many happy moments. I was just telling my family that yesterday. I get to be a part of so much joy in life. To be able to focus on the good is what really life's all about.
I love that. And here in Delaware, the beaches down in Lewis, Rehoboth, and Bethany are just beautiful. So, and I am a wedding officiant, so I have done some weddings on the beaches, and some of the shots that the photographers take are just beautiful, as well as yours, because I have looked at your pictures, and you just catch people's essence. Your inner soul seems to come through, and just beautiful photography.
Thank you so much. It's just part of my being. It's part of my heart, part of my passion.
Yeah,
I sat down a couple years ago, and I really took a look at what my kind of core values were, which is so important if anybody has not done that already, to really take a look at what are your non-negotiables in life. When I dialed into those, I realized that this is really where I was supposed to be. Getting to know people on, photography is intimate if you think about it. You're having to get in their face for an hour. They better like you, right?
Right, exactly.
Small talk is fun, but I like to really get to know people, what makes them tick. I like to, like you said, their essence.
Right.
That really shines through when you get to know people and really listen to people. So
yeah,
I have so much fun doing it. It doesn't feel like work. I always laugh at myself because I come home sandy from head to toe. I look like a slithering snake half the time when I'm on the beach taking pictures of kids, at all different weird angles. It's a really good time. I'm sure people look at me like, what is that lady doing down there? But I don't even I really tune it all out.
That's
so
great.
anybody
really
that's
great.
still looking to like find what their passion is, when you can tune out the noise in the world, then you're really onto something for what you like to do.
That's so important. I like that. I have to ask you a quick question about Ireland and taking photos for the first time. So had you done any photography prior to that? Did you know the camera, or was it just you were there and everything kind of came together?
Not really.
No? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I will say that jokingly, my mom and dad had I'm dating myself. It was like a video camcorder.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep.
I remember being maybe 13, 14. So videography I have experience with just from like doing the home videos, which never made it to America's Funniest Home Videos, but that's okay. I'm making my mark elsewhere. So no, other than that, I don't have any camera experience. I didn't know. I was always in art in high school. That was something that was, like I said, a non-negotiable. But the photography room the dark room was literally the door next to me, and I never walked in there. I just think about that often, like
crazy.
I never knew that it existed until I had a chance to go for 10 days, travel through Ireland. I took some of the greatest pictures and people. It was the people that really drew me in. So that's where I knew I was meant to take pictures of.
So when you came back, and then when did you start your business, or when did you realize that you wanted photography, you want it more than just a hobby?
So I would say 2014, right after I got married in 2013, people kept pushing me, will you come take my pictures of my new baby? Will you come take pictures of me? We have family coming in town. So people kept saying that a little bit more and more. I suffered, like many, from imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't convince myself, got in my own way many a time. I was working full-time as a healthcare sales and marketing executive at a fertility clinic for probably 10 years, and always did it on the side, but still couldn't get out of my way. Was so afraid, I'm not going to make a viable income. I'm not going to be able to sustain myself, in the long run. But when I sat down, like I said, and did those core values, I realized that every time I went and put my camera down and tried something else,
didn't work.
That I felt misaligned.
Wow.
I felt like something's still missing. Something's not right here. I said, enough is enough. So my health actually took me on a make or break path and said, you don't have a choice anymore. You can't work full time. You can't choose both, just like we want to have it all. You can't have it all, Michelle. Here I am. And now I'm fully leaning in on photography. And it has been a beautiful journey. I probably for the last year and a half, I think I mentioned, I've been doing this full time. I've met some really great clients. Wow. On a branding level too, I get to meet some more business folks, so that feels like a comfortable space. So I'm happy about that.
I like the branding aspect. Did you have that right from the beginning, along with the family portraits and?
No, I did not. It didn't even cross my mind. As we all develop in whatever profession we're in, we learn things along the way. There's no way a surgeon, he gets to do all the surgeries right away, right? Like, it takes time, it takes experience, and it takes knowledge of kind of finding your own way throughout the photography industry to say, hey, I kind of like this. I really like working with the day-to-day business people. I do a lot more corporate than I thought I would, but I think that comes natural because I was in that setting for so long too. Okay. So headshots, big corporate, big shots of like 47, 50 people, so they can showcase themselves. I really enjoy that.
Wow. What makes your business unique? What would you say?
What would I say? Well, I listen.
Okay.
I like people's stories. I really used to get made fun of a lot. My best girlfriends would always call me the surveyor. And I never knew how that would fit into my life now. And it sounds so silly, but I would meet somebody and I would ask them 20 questions. I'd get to know them so well. I think the reason I said that is because I connect with people on a different level than just taking their picture and moving on. I want them to feel comfortable. I want to connect with them in some way where I can capture that essence. Right. So I think that makes me unique. And I also think that having some business prowess from years and years in sales and marketing has helped me stay professional and not just be a fair weather photographer who has no business savvy. You know, I can make sure that I deliver a tangible product. A lot of people just want digital images these days, but I really want people to know that, hey, I can handhold you through this process, and I can also put something really pretty on your wall too. Let's not just file it away in your computer and then you don't see it, until you spring clean every year, right?
Gosh,
You're having to. So I would say that's probably one thing that makes my business unique, and just the my artistic eye. I think there's sometimes to a flaw, that perfectionism that a lot of us have too, unfortunately.
Which, like you said, could be a good thing, and then it could be a curse as well. But in your line of business, though, that, probably is definitely one of those things that makes you stand out.
Yes. And I think the last point I want to say is I really want to make this, think about, when you're on vacation. People don't want to feel stressed on vacation. They want to relax. They want to have a good time. I didn't mention this, but I have an event planning background. I really like to take it from A to Z. So when they get here, they're not worrying about a thing. They know exactly what they're wearing. They know that they have a backup date if the weather looks bad. They know exactly what to expect, in the 60 minutes they're there. And then, they know when they're going to get their pictures. They have an idea what they think they're going to look like. So I think that's really important for people to, have some of the most stress-free experiences on their vacation. Because I've heard some horror stories about some other experiences, and it makes me so sad because I think I have a lot of fun with them. So
that's great, because sure, you don't want to, if I'm coming to have my, photos done, I don't want, because that stress, where does it end up? On your face?
Yes.
And so being able to have somebody like you, go through the list of, these are the things that, you should do, can do. Let me help you with this. It goes a long way. Absolutely. So what services do you offer?
Sure. So I mainly do a lot of beach family photography, a lot of those big, large reunions. Finally people can get together from all over the country, and they come in and they visit their grandparents or whomever, and there's anywhere from 12 to 25 people. That's who I mainly target. That's mainly who calls me. I also have been doing quite a few milestones, 70th birthdays. That's a big one. I get a lot of 50th wedding anniversaries. I do other special occasions. I've been doing quite a few engagements recently. I did a proposal last night, which was so much fun. I was panicking, I think, more than the guy because of the weather yesterday, but it turned out to be a beautiful occasion.
Awesome.
And like we had mentioned earlier, also branding, corporate, business. They call it bespoke, which is basically just custom. So instead of a stock photo that they could get from the internet of someone in their organization talking to a client, I could take those kinds of pictures and make it feel a little more local, a little more hometown hero, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would probably sums it up. I would say I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I do. One day I know I'm going to do some glam sessions, but not yet.
Oh, okay. That'll be fun also. Oh my gosh. Well, you are one busy photographer. Is there a particular setting or a particular, I don't know, do you like doing the children? Do you like doing adults? I mean, do you have a favorite?
Oh my goodness. That's a great question. Well, I do love kids, and a lot of parents reach out hesitant because they have rambunctious small toddlers or, the boys. There was one group, oh my goodness, it was last year, and there must have been 7 grandsons. And it was wild, but I do love the gaggle of kids that are running around, and we're having fun, and we're singing songs. I think that's pretty much what makes us all so happy to be there, enjoying the moments and making memories.
That's great, because not everybody enjoys photographing children. I mean, some people don't. It's not an easy.
You're right.
It's not easy. It's not easy just having your own kids and taking pictures, but then having, somebody else come in and take pictures of children, because that's usually when they want to act up.
Oh, right. Right. I think I've learned the art of patience a little bit, and knowing that sometimes it takes time. And I like you said, parents want, they're prim and proper. They want everybody buttoned up. They want people straight laced. And I'm like, no, that's not what's going to make this a fun session for everybody. Right. I also have 2 kids of my own, so I understand. I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and life is just.
I remember my group.
Not in your hands.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my kids. I've got 4 of them, and when they were young and trying to get them all together for pictures, like, So kudos
Right.
to you.
Right.
Michelle, I love this. I love hearing about your photography. And why don't you let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, and how would they set up to have a session with you?
Sure, sure. Well, thanks again for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been nice to talk
Oh, you're
and
welcome.
get to know you a little bit too. And if anybody wanted to reach out for a summer session, or any other, I have exclusive mini events too that happens periodically throughout the year. I probably do one a quarter.
Okay.
But you can reach me on my website, has most of my information, if not all. It's MichMallon photo.com. So it's Mich Mallon photo.com. It can confuse people, but close people in my life call me Mich, but
Okay.
it's MICH. And then if they want to call me and talk to me, I am more than happy, which a lot of times I feel like, that's a lost art to actually phone somebody and ask them questions, but they can reach me. All my information's on my website.
And it's a beautiful website too. I've been scrolling through it and looking at your pictures. And I happen to love black and white photos, and I love your black and whites on here.
Oh, thank you. I love it. I love doing some black and white photos, and I do. There was one thing that popped up that I wanted to share too. A lot of people love the beach so much, but I just started this last year. I am going to be doing this again at the end of July. In our area, we have a sunflower farm nearby, and I started doing some sunflower minis, which has been going over famously, and everybody's been asking me about it. So if anybody's curious, definitely keep watching my website, because I'll have some information posted sooner than later about that, because those are fun with not just kids, but I've had adults, I've had couples, I've had all kinds of folks take some pictures last year. It's been really fun.
Oh, what a great idea. I love that. I love sunflowers. That is fantastic. And again, Michelle Mallon, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you, Deb. Good luck, and thanks for doing what you do.
Thank you for joining me for another R2RB Small Businesses of Delaware segment. I'm proud to showcase the incredible entrepreneurs who make our state's business community so vibrant. If you're a Delaware small business owner who'd like to share your story, or if you have questions about my segment, please reach out. I'm Deb LaMotta, and you can contact me at info@r2rb.com or visit our website at www.r2rb.com. Until next time, keep supporting local Delaware businesses.